Hello all, welcome to the live demonstration of a project, the Knife Baker. Before moving into the demonstration, let me tell you what the problem statement and objectives of our project were. The problem statement. In this project, we were asked to develop and design a website which will allow the user to explore and search different new recipes based on the filter options. These filter options could be anything like ingredients, cuisine, or time, etc. Moving on to the objectives. The website that we have built will help the user shortlist or search different recipes that are available on the database based on the filter options that we have provided in the website. At the same time, the website will also provide a platform to its users to upload or add their own recipes. The aim of our website is to create a very straightforward interface that will help in improvising the cooking experience of its users. Now, let's directly jump into the demonstration. Here is a website. Welcome to Knife Baker. Let me show you all the functionalities of this website step by step. This is the home page. Down below we can see various list of recipes being displayed. What's unique about this is every time a user refreshes the page or comes back to the page, a new list of recipes would be displayed. Let me show it to you. Here it is. Now, we have divided the functionalities in two categories, before login and after login. There are some features that a user can only do after login into the system. So let me show you what a user can do before login. The search page. This is the most important aspect of a project. What one can see is various filters being present, like the name filter, the cuisine filter, the time, ingredients, veg, non-veg, and the multi-filter search. Let me show you how does this page function. Let's take an example, like if a user wants something in to be made in less than 40 minutes. So he would go select the time filter, enter the time in minutes, that is 40, and would submit the search button. So here are the list of recipes that satisfy that particular filter. Let me take another example for you. The cuisine. Let's say if I want something in Mexican cuisine, I say. So we will go to cuisine filter, select Mexican, submit the search button. So here are the list of recipes being displayed that satisfy that particular filter. Now we could all see the see recipe in detail button and the multi-filter search button. These buttons are only for those users who have logged into the system. Let me show you what happens if someone who has not logged in clicks on the button. It directly redirects us to the login page and gives us the alert that we need to log in first. Now let me show you how does this feature work after we log in into the system. Let me enter the credentials. So I've successfully logged into the system. Now let me go back to the search page. Let me enter the Mexican cuisine again. And here are the result. Now we have the see recipe in detail feature. So let me click on that. And what we see now is the recipe page. What we see here is the name of the recipe, its description, all the ingredients required, and the step-by-step procedure how to make that particular recipe. What important and unique thing here is we could also see which chef has uploaded that particular recipe. Now let me show you how does the multi-feature work. So let me click on the multi-filter search. A new form like page would open up. What filters we have here is the recipe name, the cuisine, the type, the duration and ingredients, and the two options for satisfy all constraints and satisfy at least one constraint. Let me take an example to show how does both the button work. Now let's take an example that I want something in Indian, maybe type being non-veg and duration being 50 minutes. So I would select the Indian cuisine, non-veg, duration being 50 minutes. Now we have two buttons, satisfy all constraints and satisfy at least one constraint. In satisfy all constraints, the recipes that satisfy all the three filters would show up, and in the second button, whichever recipe satisfying at least one would showcase. Let me show. So omelette is the only recipe that satisfies all the three filters. Now let me see how does this work. So here are the list of all the recipes that satisfy at least one of the constraints that I have given. Now if I click on see the recipe in detail feature, Again, a new page would open up, and what we could see here is the name of the chef, the description, the ingredients, and the step-by-step procedure how to make that particular recipe. Now, we also have the dashboard feature for the users that have logged in. If someone who has not logged in clicks on the dashboard feature, he would be redirected to the login page like we had seen earlier. Now, the dashboard page. What we could see here is the personal information of the user and the three buttons: the upload recipe, the upgrade to premium, and the reset password. Let me show how does the upload recipe works. I would click on upload recipe. A form like page would open up with all the necessary details which we would fill in, and I would show you how does it work. I have details already being stored, so I would copy that here and show you the recipe name, the recipe description. Let me take the cuisine to be say Chinese and type to be veg and duration to be 45 minutes I say, and for the ingredients I would copy in here. Let me copy the step-by-step tutorial too. I would even enter the image URL to make it more attractive. Now then submit the form. Now we would be redirected to the recipe page with the alert of this recipe successfully being added. We could see the chef's name, we could see the description, ingredients, and step-by-step tutorial. Now we can easily see that I have made a mistake in the step with the sixth step being also added. So in order to rectify my mistake, we have the edit and delete recipe button. Let me click on the edit recipe. A pop-up window would open up. Let me make the necessary changes and I would save the changes with the changes being respected. Now let me go back on the dashboard, and you could easily see that the total recipe count has been increased to 2 and the recipe has been uploaded here too. Let me show that even the recipe now could be searched. Now let's take an example that I want to search a recipe that would be made in 45 minutes, like the honey chili potato one. So I would search that and the list of recipe comes up, and we could easily see that honey chili potato is being added here. Now let me go back to the dashboard page. Now let's take an example that I want to delete a recipe. So I would go to the recipe page. I would click on this button. The recipe has been successfully deleted. The count has been decreased to 1. Now we have a static upgrade to premium page. You could easily see it here. We have a reset password page. So let me enter my current password. Let me change it to a new password. And the password has been successfully changed. Now let me even show various other functionalities of our website. Let me go to the About Us page. This is the About Us page we have. This is the team we have. And this is the feedback form we have. Now we could easily see that in the home page again that the recipes are being changed randomly. Now in the footer we could see the quick links. Whenever we click on anything, we are redirected to that particular page. Now we even are being connected to the social media. So if I click on the Facebook thing, I will be redirected to the Facebook page of Knife Baker and respectively for all other social medias. Now let me log out and show the functionalities we have while logging in and registering. So I log out from the system. Now let's take an example that I forgot my password. So I will click on the forgot password. I would enter my email ID. I would click on get OTP. So the alert is please check your inbox. So let me check my inbox. And you could easily see a new mail has come up with the OTP of. So I would enter the OTP here. I would enter a new password. Now I will click on submit. So password has been changed successfully. I will try logging in with that password. So I've been logged in successfully. Now for a user that is registering into our system for the first time, let me show you how it is done for them. I will click on the register thing. What we need to enter is our name, a username. So let me enter a different username. I would take a new website. Let me enter the password. We have to click on the conditions applied thing, and I would be registered successfully. Let me show you the dashboard. You could see my username, my email ID, and as I have not owned any recipe, the count is 0, and it is even being shown on the page. Now, as I have logged in, I could easily see the recipe in detail, so I would go and select maybe non-veg. I would search it, and maybe I see the butter chicken thing, and you could see I could easily see the recipe page after logging into the system. So this was the presentation and demonstration of our project, the Knife Baker. I hope you might have liked the demonstration. Thank you.